Guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. In this video, we're going to be looking at the latest game of the month for the Evercade VS, which is coming on Indie Heroes Collection 2. The game for August is Anguna Scourge of the Goblin King. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so before I jump on to August, I need to maybe quickly update you on last month's Game of the Month, which I obviously didn't cover at the time. There were 3 games in one. It was Cowlitz Gamers Adventure Trilogy, and the games all play pretty similar. They're kind of a single screen platform collectible style game, and you know, they're alright, they're not amazing. It's good that we've got 3 games in one right enough, but I found the games actually quite frustrating and a little bit difficult the more you get into it. I didn't dislike the game, but I just felt there wasn't really enough there. I think, thank goodness, we've actually got 3 of them rather than just one, even though they are similar, but it definitely sort of gives that value a little bit. Pretty simple to start with. You're really just collecting the objects that you see on the screen, then getting to the exit in the bottom right hand corner. Graphics are pretty awful, to be honest, in the sort of first game. They do improve as the sort of games go on. I guess the developers obviously got more used to the tools that they were actually using. And they're alright, they're good for a quick sort of playability, but personally I found the games a little bit tough. I got a little bit bored quite quickly, so they're really nothing special, but definitely worth a play at least once, I guess. But I don't think these games were huge favourites according to a lot of the lack of information about them out there. I definitely had never actually heard of these games, so this one definitely surprised me a little bit. They're not terrible, but not amazing. Okay guys, moving on to August, we're going to get the update installed, but in the meantime I'm going to have a look at the Evercade website and a little bit of information about the new game that we've got for August. Okay guys, some information about this game, Anguna. So we had Anguna on Indie Heroes Collection 1, which was then sort of ported, or tried to be ported, to the Atari 2600. And then the version that we have here on Indie Heroes Collection 2 is basically a reimagining of that version, which in itself is obviously pretty similar to the version we have in Indie Heroes Collection 1. Sounds a little bit confusing. I think there are some subtle differences here and there, but as I played the game, it does feel very, very similar. You're obviously starting the game, you're trapped in the dungeon, you need to escape. So a lot of the game does feel exactly the same, which kind of set alarm bells ringing a little bit and wondering, do we actually really need this version of the game? Personally, I actually thought it was a sequel or a prequel of sorts, but it does pretty much feel like the same game we're almost getting, except it's a NES version and not Game Boy Advanced. I may have that wrong. I'm pretty sure there might be some other differences here and there, but as I started playing the game, it did feel very similar to the game we already have, so a bit strange. I'm sure there are differences, but without further ado guys, let's get some gameplay started and you'll see what the game's actually like in motion. Okay guys, so it starts off pretty similar to the first game. You basically need to destroy the enemies so that you can then escape the room. The enemies die, the sort of gate automatically opens for some bizarre reason. But yeah, if you look at here at the sort of select start screen, the button mapping is round the wrong way. So it says A to game save, it's actually B to game save, and B enemy list, it's actually the A button. A bit crazy. I mean, really, we could button map round the other way on the Evercade. Just doesn't make sense why you would confuse people to have that the wrong thing. But pay attention to that game save, it is quite good. If you save that, it will basically save the screen you are on, and if you die, you will basically sort of come back at that same screen where you actually save. So it is actually quite handy. You can see the game does play very similar. It looks pretty similar. Obviously the graphics are slightly inferior, but so far the game is pretty similar. You destroy enemies, you get keys, and you basically make your way through. There are a lot of hidden parts in the game, so keep your eyes open. Are similar style to the first game. Okay, once you actually finally defeat that croc, the game then opens up, comes a slightly more open world style game. And one thing I like about this game, there's a map you can actually use, but the game looks pretty much the same idea. There are a lot of subtle differences here and there, but for the best part it does pretty much feel like the same game to me. The map is pretty similar as far as I could tell. I'm not really sure if it's harder or easy or what. I don't know. I really need to give this game a little bit more play, to be honest. But as you can probably tell, if you played Anguna, the Game Boy Advance version on Indie Heroes Collection 1, you'll get similar vibes. It is practically the same game that we're playing here. Does beg the question why we need this version. It's nice to have, I guess, but the fact that it's practically a similar game does feel a bit crazy, to be honest with you. But maybe I'm wrong, I maybe need to play it a little bit more, but as you can see here, there is the map that shows you where I've actually progressed through the game, and when you press the save game, that basically saves on that square that you're actually on. Obviously you need to maybe sort of kill more enemies, you will get experience points, and then that obviously helps your progress through the game as well. So I'm kind of on the fence a little bit about this one. It's pretty good, but it's very, very similar and almost inferior, maybe some superior in some instances, but still not totally sure. Guys, thanks for watching our video. Please like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.